Hello and greetings from Premula, former professor and HOD Sociology, Tertiary College, Mysore, and currently associated with ADSM. In our series on classical thinkers of sociology, I had started with the first video where I spoke about the early life of Comte and one of his most important contributions, namely the law of three stages. In this second video on Comte, I am going to speak about yet another very important contribution of Comte, namely his support for the scientific method which he advocated to be used in all sociological studies. For him, the use of scientific method was prime, and he emphasized on the use of scientific method by using the word positivism. So today I'm going to speak on Comte and his support for positivism or Comtean positivism. Auguste Comte was a great supporter of positive science. He is the founder of Positivism, a philosophical and political movement which was very popular during the second half of the 20th century. Comte advocated the positivistic approach to the study of society. It is an approach that utilizes scientific evidences such as experiments, statistics, and qualitative results to understand about the functioning of society. The positivistic method is based on the assumption that through the positive approach, it is possible to understand the social world accurately. Comte talks about positivism in his most famous work called as Positive Philosophy, which he wrote between 1830 and 1842 in a six-volume edition. Positivism denotes that the methods of physical sciences, such as measurement and search for general laws, can be used in sociology also. Let's now see the different types of Comtean positivism. Comte used the term positivism in two dimensions. One, positivism as a doctrine, and the second, positivism as a method. In his opinion, positivism as a doctrine states that the method of physical sciences are the most accurate way of obtaining knowledge and social sciences should adopt it. Positivism as a method, according to him, is that the use of observation and classification of data by sociologists can be used to deduce the laws of evolution and the changes occurring in society. There are different ways of how Comte approached positivism, and Comte supported positive science and rejected the theological and metaphysical thinking. His support for positive way of thinking was because he felt that this is the only way to understand our present day world properly. Comte said that positive science is engaged in seeking and identifying the laws of phenomena. And according to him, there are two dimensions of positive science. They are the laws of existence and the laws of succession. The laws of coexistence, according to Comte, denotes the interdependence of elements in the universe, such as the planetary systems, the biological species, and the human society. The laws of succession deal with aspects of historical changes that take place. Comte says every subject has their statistical and dynamic aspects, which are both interdependent. In spite of supporting the scientific approach or the positive approach, Comte was very clear when he also highlighted the weaknesses of positive science, and according to him, he says that though positive science were very clear in their methods and area of study, they could not claim three important things. Which were these three important things? He said these positive sciences could not claim number one, completeness, second, comprehensiveness, and third, certainty. This is because all human knowledge, according to Comte, is limited for two reasons. One, our comprehension of the world is limited by the time frame in which we are living. To help us to understand this, Comte gave us a very beautiful uh, example. He said that suppose a person was blind and we ask him how does he view the world, he would have viewed the world in the way that he would have been able to imagine. But once suppose he is restored with his eyesight and he sees the world, it is completely different from what he had thought of. So also in the case of science, no science is complete because we are restricted to our idea of a particular phenomena based on the time frame that we are living in. So our comprehension of the world is limited by the time frame in which we are living. And second, due to the impact of change continuously occurring around us, finality and completeness of a discipline cannot be obtained through positive sciences. Yet, Comte says positive sciences have a greater capacity of prevision and prediction. I quote, Comte says that positive sciences have a greater capacity of prevision and prediction. Further on, by emphasizing the need for positive sciences, Comte goes on to say that there are certain necessities of a positive science. So, therefore, according to him, positive sciences should have the following three aspects, namely, first one, feeling and imagination. Second one, the capacity to form a hypothesis. And third, the capacity for prediction. Now, let's take up the first one, feeling and imagination. For Comte, science was not a simple, colorless collection of facts. Through science, though science stresses on observation, it does not totally eliminate feelings and imagination. There is plenty of place for imagination in sciences. A simple example is in formulation of hypothesis. For Comte, science was a questioning and imaginative study. Second one, forming a hypothesis. Every science should have the capacity to form a hypothesis. Comte strongly supported the need for the existence of theories in every discipline. Each science is made up of several facts, and facts emerge from theories which form the basis of a discipline. This was what Comte said. And the third one he emphasized was the importance of being able to make predictions. Comte's notion of prevision and prediction was in line with natural sciences. He wanted sociology to develop laws and theories and make accurate predictions like natural sciences. Comte said prediction was the worth of a discipline and raised it to the position of a real science, distinguishing it from empty explanations. For Comte, prediction was not just limited to the future conditions. Predictions can be related to the present or even to the past society. The task of prediction is to establish a connection, whether statistical or dynamic, between any two phenomena. Comte said scientific prevision should be the basis of our actions in the study of society. In the words of Comte, I quote, from science comes prevision, and from prevision comes action. So, from the beginning, when Comte wanted the discipline of sociology to be established and to gain acceptance as a social science, he always emphasized the need for the use of scientific attitudes, scientific mind, scientific approach, even to the study of social phenomena. So, this is our uh, uh, discussion on Comte and positivism. Thank you. My next video will cover the third important contribution of Comte, namely Comte's classification of sciences. Thank you.